Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks, Futures, and Forex Market Preview for the week beginning Sunday the 20th of November, 2022, ending Friday the 25th. However, it's a short week, and this is one of my favorite weeks of the year. Here's how it goes. It's Thanksgiving week, so we'll have Monday, we'll have maybe Tuesday. Everybody starts to leave town Wednesday. It's a full day, but nobody's around. Thursday, the markets are closed for Thanksgiving. Friday is a half day wedged in between Thursday and Saturday because by rule, the stock market cannot be closed more than 3 days in a row. Nobody trades that. So we won't be doing anything on Friday. TradeSite is closed. Wednesday is very questionable. So it's just Monday and Tuesday. It's the shortest week of the year for trading. We'll see what we get. It's typically an up week, but can't always just assume. So we'll see what we get. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. So as you can see, we came back to the red static trend line, bounced right off of it, or at least holding it so far. Let's go through the major pairs. The euro dollar, again, up. It's just the inverse of the dollar index. Got a 9-bar startup phase the other way now. Got the pound dollar. Also now has a 9-bar startup phase, so probably a little reversal coming on those pairs. The Aussie dollar, same story basically. Right, 9-bar startup phase. The euro yen and the pound yen are more interesting. They're flat. The 13 sell signal though on the euro yen still in play, and on the pound yen, nothing there. Okay, in terms of intro week action, here's the euro dollar, and wow, horrible. Like less than 200 pips, and most of that was a spike. Most of the week spent inside of 120 pip range. That's usually the daily range. Pound dollar also not great. I mean, it's 300 pips, but most that entire 300 pips is Tuesday. Everything else is just dead flat and untradeable, so we won't get into that more. Forex has just not been as exciting as it usually is. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. So the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. As you can see, we've crawled our way back up a bit, back where we were. Look, back in May, let's be honest, and off the lows for sure. I don't know, that's a positive, but if you draw the trend line from the top back in April through the top in August, we came close to it, and now we're having issues. And if you draw that trend line back from, you could see it, I'm sure, if you draw it from back in January, which was the top, and go down, we're under that trend line still. So we're still in the downtrend currently. The S&P cash on Friday gains 18.78. Hit that green static trend line this week, basically. The NASDAQ 100 literally up 0.16. How flat can you get, right? So we didn't quite get a 13 buy signal at the low because we never got under the 8 candle, but, essentially we did get the signal because we bounced right off of that candle. The SOX up $4.93. Also mid-range, sitting where it was back 6 months ago. Biotech's up 22.60. These are near highs. This looks like it could break out, and this is the thing that's interesting, right? If as go banks and biotech, so goes the market is the expression. If the biotechs break out, it's hard to see how the market falls apart, but we'll see what happens. Russell 2000 up 10. And again, that's pretty mid-range for the last year. Crude oil down $1.53. Oof, got into the 70s today. Now it's at $80.11 at the close, but got all the way back in the 70s. So that's positive. Heading into the holidays, lower oil prices. Gold down $11, so starting to roll over. This thing never really rallied. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 288, so more stocks up than down, but just barely. On the New York plus 578, so again, more stocks up than down. NASDAQ volume was only, now this is interesting, only 4.1 billion shares. This is the lightest volume in a month, over a month. One of the lightest volume days of the year, and this was options expiration. So usually you have bigger volume, and it's not real volume, you just have the options expiration volume, and we still absolutely got no volume out of the market here. I mean, this is I don't know, what is it, the 6th lowest volume day of the year? I mean, that's insane on an options expiration Friday. The VIX closes down to 23.12, down 81 cents. The trend is at 0.88. That puts the 10-day moving average at 1.18, which is not a signal. You got the put call right. Well, we'll look at that in a minute. Apple up 57 cents. That's kind of just a blip, but that 13 buy signal was right on the money. Amazon down 71 cents. Meta up 60 cents. Again, that 13 signal there was right on the money. Google loses 93 cents, but well off the lows, and that 13 buy signal was right on the money. Goldman Sachs down 58 cents. Not a great looking chart at this point. It's kind of topping out, and that's fine. Got some things going on with Goldman with the 30-minute chart. Netflix down $7.30. Peloton down 58 cents. right? So there's 1031. Got TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 69 cents. So, you know, bonds down, rates up, as they say, but just we're still near the lows, so it doesn't matter. Tesla down $2.98. That's almost new lows for Tesla. Nothing pretty there as Elon Musk continues his complete mess of the economy. I mean, if one person can ruin the economy single-handedly, this guy's going to give it a whirl. The Zoom down 95 cents, still hanging above the lows. Nvidia down $2.68, had a decent pop. Put call ratio is at 0.82, so I don't know, not much there. Bitcoin sits at 16,500. There's a lot of issues with crypto based on what's going on with FTX. Let's go take a look at the intraday action. So we'll go to 10-minute candles. So here's the week, right? So you look at the very left of the chart is last Friday. Small gap down Monday, filled it pretty quick, juggled around, didn't do much, closed just down a bit. Then a gap up Tuesday, that's the high of the week. Come all the way back to fill it, and then bounced a little bit, and at that point we're dead flat for the week. Wednesday, small gap down that never quite filled, but also just dead flat. This was not a very tradable week, by the way. Thursday, gap down. I'm trying to make our way back up. Didn't quite fill the gap. And then Friday, we gap up, which fills that gap from Wednesday's close to Thursday's open. Then we fill the gap for Thursday's close and closing. And at the end of the day, what did we really do? We lost like 30 points on the S&P. I mean, it's just nothing, right? It's just not a very interesting week, so I wouldn't get too excited about anything there. I'm hoping, would have thought we would have better times right now, but there's just a lot of uncertainty. I'd like to see some downward movement. I think that would probably be better. Now, in terms of economic data coming out this week, Sunday, nothing. Monday, nothing here in the U.S. Tuesday, Richmond Manufacturing Index at 10 a.m. Got some Fed members speaking. All the way to Wednesday already. There's nothing here. We've got the flash and services and manufacturing PMI numbers from around the world. That's great. Durable goods orders at 8:30 a.m. here in the U.S., along with our weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers a day early because of what? Because of the Thanksgiving holiday. Crude oil at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Got new home sales and revised University of Michigan sentiment. That's also early because of the holiday. Natty gas at noon. That's also early because of the holiday. Thursday, again, nothing here in the U.S. because we're on holiday. And then Friday, even though technically we're not on holiday, there's no data almost around the entire world. So, like, there's nothing to move the market or propel the market to do anything here. It's going to be a very, like, just whatever week. But hopefully we see something. I'd like to get some action in before the holiday. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. There's no reason to do another market preview this week because things are going to slow down after Monday and Tuesday to almost nothing, and please don't hurt yourself trading a dead market, as we always teach. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week and a great Thanksgiving.